Rejul Vaughn.
Vaughn +1.
That's great.
Chair Dolan, Vice Chair Zeno, Ranking Member Sykes, and esteemed members of the Senate Finance Committee. My name is Jewel Vaughn, and I will be starting out with a testimony on behalf of Lisa Dickson, as unfortunately she could not be here today. These are her words, and I quote, "My name is Lisa Dickson. I serve as Communications Chair for Alumni of Care Together Improving Outcomes Now, which stands for Action Ohio. I also co-facilitate the Overcoming Hurdles in Ohio Youth Advisory Board, which is a statewide organization of young people aged 14 to 24 who have experienced foster care. In short, the Ohio YAB. The Ohio YAB exists to be the one knowledgeable statewide voice that influences policies and practices that impact youth who have or will experience out-of-home care. This bill includes two important provisions to improve educational outcomes for current and former foster youth in the state of Ohio. Number one, establishing a full-time school foster care liaison within the Ohio Department of Education. Number two, creating a foster youth to college scholarship program to support the post-secondary success of students with a foster care history. Supporting the K-12 educational success of foster youth is important. It's important to note that the federal Every Student Act Succeeds Act was initially rolled out in 2016, and it requires school districts throughout the nation to identify a district foster care liaison to support students in grades K-12. Their role is to coordinate with the child welfare system, to develop a process for making best interest determinations, to facilitate transfer of records and immediate enrollment, to continue to provide professional development training for schools, to coordinate transportation, and to support enrollment and regular attendance in school. Unfortunately, these positions often exist on paper, but not in practice. Every school district differs in their approach. The role is often assigned to a principal or another staff member wearing many other hats. Training is offered, but it is not mandatory. Although it is considered best practice for district foster care liaisons to be proactive and make contact with foster youth in their district, there are currently no availability of measures to make sure that this takes place. As a result, too few foster youth throughout the state of Ohio are proactively informed about who the foster care liaison is in their district, but are not adequately serviced. During the 2022 October statewide youth advisory board meeting, none of the participating youth had ever heard of or benefited from this resource. Quote directly from the youth participants, "Why haven't I heard of this before? There's nobody there for me at school. I need someone who understands me as a foster youth specifically. I don't have the parents I was born to, so I need more support," end quote. This leads to missed opportunities to improve the educational outcomes of Ohio's foster youth. Ohio foster youth have reached out to State Superintendent Stephanie Siddons of the Ohio Board of Education, Carol Wente of the Ohio Governor's Office of Children Initiatives, and other state leaders to share their vision. And I quote, "For foster care liaisons throughout the state to be designated not only by name, but also by training, support, and by their daily actions to support our vulnerable population," end quote. Establishing a full-time school foster care liaison within the Ohio Department of Education would be an impactful step towards in this direction. This individual could proactively reach out to Ohio's 611 individual school districts. Not only are Action Ohio and the Ohio YAB strongly in favor of creating this position, but both of our organizations would love to support whoever is hired to serve in this role. In terms of supporting the post-secondary success of foster youth, the Ohio YAB and Action Ohio are strongly in favor of creating a higher educational financial assistance program to support the post-secondary success of students with a foster care history. We affirm the need for there to be a no age cap because life circumstances often delay post-secondary graduation for our population. In 2017, an economic research study was conducted by the University of Cincinnati's Economic Center for Education and Research. It followed Hamilton County foster youth outcomes between 2008 and 2015. This study demonstrated that investing in post-secondary supports for foster youth not only created a positive effect on social outcomes, but also led to lower net costs per county. The return on investment for the 1-year sample period was 248%. Foster youth who have received post-secondary support were more likely to graduate, obtain employment, and had a higher median wage. They were less likely to require social and emergency support services. And these positive effects on social outcomes also contributed to lower net costs for the county. I would be happy to provide a copy of this research study. On a personal note, on behalf of Lisa Dickson, I aged out of foster care early and started college at 16 years old. College and graduate school became the pathway to my future. I've been working full-time for the past 24 years, and it is my honor as a former foster youth to work hard, pay taxes, and contribute to the state of Ohio. I appreciate having the opportunity to provide testimony today, and thank you. Again, these are the words of Lisa Dickson, the Communications Chair, alumni of Care Together, Improving Outcomes Now.